Hello and welcome to another episode of Learning to Live in the Present Moment. My name is Ted Robinson and I'm your host. Now I just want to tell you right up front, I just returned from a 4-day retreat with my teacher, Leonard Jacobson. And it was a retreat in presence. It's called the Presence Experience, I guess, because everything is about presence for those 4 days. It's held at Mount Madonna in California, just about an hour south of San Jose. And I look forward to it because it's the one retreat I go to each year that I can just let go and let God and just be me, just be there, just be. And it's pretty extraordinary. I highly recommend it to anybody who's interested, and you can find out more about that by just going to leonardjacobson.com, leonardjacobson.com. But I want to tell you what a week or 4 days is like in presence with a group of maybe 100 or 110 people. It's truly extraordinary because what I learned there through experience was that when 100 people get together, they gather together in presence, there's just one. There's just one person there because everybody is, at least for the time being, while Leonard Jacobson is leading the group, they've let go of their egos, they've relinquished them, and just are there. It's truly quite extraordinary. You know, some people sit on back jacks, some in chairs, and they all sit in a semicircle around Leonard as he speaks about presence. And basically what it's all about is he asks if anybody has a question or a comment, and people raise their hand and they give him a microphone and they speak and he responds. But the beauty of it is that it's just without judgment. And you know, the funny thing about presence is there is no judgment in presence while you're present. There is no judgment there. And that's the most beautiful part of the whole thing, because people get an opportunity to just be who they want to be, who they really truly are, rather than who they thought they were. So sometimes we get people at this seminar or retreat that are big mucky mucks in business or stars or all kinds of different things. And you know, the interesting thing is, once you let go of all those judgments, once you let go of all the definitions that we think we are, we've been told we are, who we thought we were, we're just who we are in that moment. Silent, present, one. One with God and one with everybody in the group. So the reason I'm telling you about this is not to motivate you to go to see Leonard Jacobson, although it would be a great idea, but because it's an opportunity to tell you about the oneness of the present moment. With 100 people, like-minded people, all from different backgrounds, different experiences, different ages, different ethnicities, different countries, all one. Truly amazing. I'll be right back. So there were people from Nigeria, Australia, China, Japan, France, Holland, Germany, Switzerland, all over America and Canada. I don't know if I mentioned Australia. All of those people came together as one. Now, the first day of the retreat, there was a lot of disparity, a lot of differences between people. And you know, it's interesting, the people that came from other countries carry with them the judgments of who they are, who they think they are. The people in this country carry with them the judgments of who they think they are. But as time and silence and presence grew in the group, you could see people shedding their ego's judgments about who they were. And what I mean by that is not like, look who I am. It's not just that. It's just like, look who I am. Some people are victims. Some people are bullies. Some people are courageous. Some people are not. All of those people, once you eliminate the judgment, are one. They're all the same. You know, it's interesting how profound our Bill of Rights and Constitution and Declaration of Independence are. Because we all are one under those documents. We the people. And we declare that we are all of the same. It's truly amazing that this was noticed, this was recognized and accepted and proclaimed, that we are all the same. And now 200 years later, more than 200 years later, we are seeing that on a spiritual level. We are all one. You know, I've spoken and written about many people who have judgments about themselves, many people who have judgments of others, who act upon those judgments, like the murderers in France. And ultimately, after all the anger and the judgment and the frustration and resentment, after all of that passes by, we are all still just one. That's who we are. We are all the same human beings. We are all souls underneath who we think we are, underneath our definitions. You know, today's St. Patrick's Day, when I'm taping this, and you know, everybody says, oh, everybody's Irish on St. Patrick's Day. You know what? Everybody is everybody else every day. If only we could give up our self-definitions of who we think we are and who we think the other is, we could recognize that we are all one. And that's what this is all about. Recognizing we are all one. I'll be right back. Don't go away. Welcome back. So what do we do with that? What do we do with we are all one? I don't feel like I'm a criminal, and I'm a criminal defense lawyer. I don't feel like I'm the judge as a criminal defense lawyer. I don't feel like I'm a parishioner because, or a member of a church or synagogue or temple, because I'm an interfaith minister. I have purposely stayed away from all those self-definitions because I don't want to be part of a smaller group, a unique group. I don't want to be something that others aren't. I want to be one with you. I want you to be one with me. It's probably a tall order to request or expect from anybody else. So all I can do is be one with you, because I can at least lead by example. So right now, in this moment, I declare that I am one with you. And I don't know who you are. Many people watch this show. Many people just come across it. Some people see it on the internet, on YouTube. So I don't know who I'm speaking to exactly. But I can assure you of one thing. I am one with you. Now the ball's in your court. What do you want to do? Do you want to remain separate? Do you want to remain distinct or specific as to who and what you are? Do you want to remain part of an ethnic group, a religious group, a gender group, an age group, a sex group? Do you want to remain who you thought you were all along? Or would you like to be one with me and everybody else? You see, that's a choice you make every moment of every day. The next time somebody cuts you off, do you want to be angry, frustrated, enraged, screaming, pounding the steering wheel or honking your horn, flashing your lights, screaming at the guy or girl? Do you want to chase them? Or would you prefer to recognize them as one with you? Somebody who maybe is in a bigger hurry than you are. Maybe somebody who is less conscious than you are. Maybe somebody who just doesn't know. It's a choice, not for them, but for you. Because in that moment, you can be enraged, you can be angry, you can be resentful and want to get back at them. You could be all of those things. Or you could choose peace and oneness. You could actually, if you want to really get deep about this, see the person in the other car as God. And I've spoken about this before. Can you imagine yelling and screaming and raging at God? You might want to do that. Or again, you could just be one. Now, I'll be back in a moment to tell you what oneness is about and what it's like to be one with all of those people. Those people. Don't go away, I'll be right back. Hello and welcome back. So what is it like to be one with everybody else? Well, it's quite simple. You're simply present. And how do you tell whether you're present or not? Well, it's very simple. If you're thinking, you're not present. So the converse is, if you're not thinking, you are present. So let me explain that a little bit so I make it clearer for you. If you are raging, angry, frustrated, resentful, you're thinking. How could he have done that? Why did she do that to me? How could they ever think that of me? Those are all just judgments and thoughts. Therefore, you're not present. It's just that simple. And you're not one. At least not consciously one. So, the way in which you can always tell whether you're thinking and whether you're judging, and which takes you out of presence, by the way, is to simply see what the words are that you're thinking. How could they have? Well, first off, it's a judgment. And secondly, it's a reflection on the past. Why did they do that to me? Well, they did it already. So it's the past. And it's questions. How could they have done it? Why did they do that? All thoughts. And if you add in there, How dare she do that to me? Then you have a judgment attached. All thoughts in the past filled with judgment. You're not present. You're not one. In fact, you're separate from the other who you're busy judging. That's how you tell. So whenever you hear yourself talking about the past or the future, or you hear a judgmental comment, or have a judgmental thought, you are thinking, you're in your mind, you're not present. And as a result, you're separate from that other person and separate from everybody else. You are off on your own, thinking this through, getting it down, raging, contemplating, angry, frustrated, resentful, all separate, and keeping yourself separated from the one that you're judging or the group that you're judging or anything else that you're judging. Or if you go into the past, or if you go into the future and start fearing, what happens if they come after me next? What'll I do then? In the future. Again, it keeps you separate and not one. So, those are all the definitions of what is not one. I'm now going to show you how to determine to be one. Here's how you do it. Silent, still, present. Right now I'm present with you. I am with you. I am one with you. Can you feel that? Now, I don't want to limit it to that because I believe it's more than that. You could be driving down the road in presence, although I don't recommend it unless you're really very filled with presence already. You're much more aware when you're present. So it is, in a way, safer. You react quicker because you don't have to think about anything because you're not thinking. You could be walking down the street. You could be running. You could be exercising. You could be doing just about anything. You could be washing the dishes. Not watching TV where you're engaged outside of yourself. But anything that allows you to just be one with it. If you can see it, taste it, touch it, smell it, hear it, you can be present with it. And that's how you do it. You see something and you look at it. Behold, look at that. You can be present with it. You are one with it in that moment. You may hear something. It could be a bird singing. It could be a symphony. It may be rock and roll. It could be anything you want. Listen to that. You're one with it. You're fully engaged with it. You are one with it. You could smell something, such as the aroma of a gardenia or a freesia or something else that smells so wonderful in the spring. Ah, I'm one with it, is the unstated comment. But you can be one with it. As you taste your food, you're one with it. Feel the texture. Feel it as you chew it. Feel it as your tongue pushes through it and tastes it. All of these ways. If you want to touch something, you may see a sculpture and want to touch it. Or a person. You may want to hug somebody. All of these are ways of being present with something else. Now, if you want to look into the eyes of another or your beloved, that's a wonderful way to be present. And you'll notice that if you look long enough, without judgment, just into the eyes of another, you and they disappear and you become one. One with them and one with the world all around you. I'm doing that right now with you. Everything loses focus except that one point where I'm looking. I'm looking into your eyes right now. Can you feel it? I can. Even though I don't know which one, many of you that I'm seeing. But I can see you as you see me. And in this moment, we are one. It's just that simple. So, when I say one or oneness, that's what I'm referring to. As you really engage with and be with, just here. You don't have to do anything. Just being here is enough. In those moments of transcendence, you become one with the other. And they become one with you. And every judgment, every thought of the future, of the past, of judgment itself falls away. And you are at peace with them. You are in presence with them. And they are with you. And they feel it. And you feel it. It's the oneness of being here now. And it's extraordinary. I'll be right back. Don't go away. Welcome back. So that's oneness. And that's what the retreat was all about, being in oneness with everybody else who was there. I want to recommend to you that you take a look at YouTube and look up Leonard Jacobson, or go on to the internet and look up leonardjacobson.com. You'll find a lot of videos there and a lot of other information there. I think he's an extraordinary teacher. And I consider him my teacher. And what I share with you are things that he's shared with me, and things that I've experienced as a result of him sharing with me, and others, of course. But I want you to consider this. It's just about spring right now. And the flowers will be popping up soon, the next month or so. And it would be a great opportunity to just take in the colors, take in the shapes, and just be present with spring as it comes about. Feel the birds coming back. Feel the warmth of the sun. Feel the flowers just coming up out of the frozen ground. Take a moment to really be here. Just be here in oneness with the world. And things will change dramatically for you. By the way, each Wednesday night, we have a borrowing benefits group here using emotional freedom technique at our Center for Inner Healing. It's located at 26 St. Paul's Place in Hempstead, New York, and you are invited. And we do presence with people here, and we run a group that ends generally with presence, and everybody is welcome. Even beginners are welcome. We also have a Sunday night tapathon, which is every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Oh, by the way, the Wednesday night group goes from 7 to 9 p.m. And the Sunday night group is on the telephone. It's a teleconference, and it's free. And although we recommend that you use a free telephone service, because the service itself costs money otherwise, or the phone call costs money. And we want it to be free for you. So We do that for about an hour, starting at 7 p.m. And you can get all that information at our website, which is centerforinnerhealing.com. I'm going to say that again for you slowly. centerforinnerhealing.com. It's all spelled out, and 4 is not a number, but F-O-R. And you'll find everything that you need to know there. You'll find all of our information about the Sunday night tapathon, the Wednesday night group, and everything else, including you'll find videos there about EFT, hypnosis, and presence, and links to other areas like Leonard Jacobson. So that's about it for now. I hope this has been helpful to you. I hope you will take my suggestion and drop all thought for a little while. If you only do it for a minute, that's enough to start with. And just be present. Just be here now. And I can tell you, if you do it enough, you'll find that you feel and know you are one with everybody and everything that's here. And that's really pretty profound. So that's what I'm teaching, and I hope it's been helpful to you. And I hope that we'll see you here each and every week as we learn to live in the present moment together. Same time, same place, as we do this in oneness together. Have a wonderful day.